Give me the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking...
So we're just prepping stuff for the marrow. Chris is doing some onions, and then I don't know what else he's thinking, because I've never, well, I don't know if you've ever cooked one of these before or not.
I've not.
It's first time for everything for a chef.
Exactly. This is what they don't show you on all the cooking programmes. All the fiddly bits.
Yeah, all the fiddly,
Yeah,
annoying bits.
Onions and garlic and everything else. Prepared by somebody else.
Solid. It's far too fast work for me, that. Any advice for our viewers out there to chop onions?
Don't cut yourself. Have a sharp knife.
Yeah, apparently the sharper the better.
Yeah, you're actually less likely to cry with a sharp knife because it's a cleaner cut through the membranes.
Oh.
Apparently.
I did not know that.
Whether it's true or not, I don't know, because it still makes me cry sometimes.
And fingers?
What about them?
What do you do with your fingers, where you put them?
So when you're dicing, you want to have the arch way and cut down in between your finger and thumb. Be careful of your thumb when you get to the end. And when you're slicing, you want to have a bridge kind of pattern, so your finger's there as a guard, and you're basically slicing against. So you should never cut yourself in theory, that's why you can look away.
I mean, I still can't chop onions very quickly, but...
I've had a lot of years of practice.
Yeah. Olive oil.
Olive oil.
And we've got some bacon rashers, is that?
Yeah.
Bacon rashers. If anyone's ever had marrow before, let us know what you guys usually have with it. It's the first time for me, first time for Chris.
It just looked cool.
Yeah, it just looked cool, to be fair, when we saw it. Like a big version of a courgette or something. Put a bit of olive oil in the pan with the onion and the bacon.
I didn't put too much olive oil
And
because
it's
there's going to
on
be
a-
fat render off the
Is
bacon.
it on a low heat at the minute?
At the minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Lowish. Just want it to cook out.
Now he's chopping some garlic. Love the smell of onion. Also, if you're using a chopping board, make sure to put a cloth underneath to stop boards sliding.
Damp cloth in particular.
Damp cloth in particular, apparently.
Holds it in place better.
Stop it sliding about.
Less dangerous.
Yeah, to cut your fingers and stuff, I guess.
It's one of the biggest accident causes.
Yeah.
Is a loose chopping board.
I mean, I always have to use chopping boards, so that's probably my problem. So you want to stir it in. Onions, garlic, bacon.
Add the garlic in a little later because it's prone to burning.
Oh, so you add the garlic last, do you?
You add the garlic after you've let the onions and bacon cook down a bit first.
Okay. Tip for you guys there. We have got some tinned tomatoes here, chopped tomatoes.
Tomato paste.
Oh, and tomato paste to go in as well.
Get some herbs soon.
Smells lovely. I've got the tomato puree. Which would you say? Just go by
I go by eye, but it's probably just about a
spoon?
tablespoon.
Tablespoon, yeah. That's like a tablespoon to me. Stir it all in.
I'm going to cook out the paste a little bit because it's a bit strong.
Okay, so cook out the paste. Make sure to keep stirring. Is it on the same heat still? Or?
Yeah, it's still on like a medium heat.
Yeah, so still on the same heat. Ooh. ready for the next stage, which is
Deglaze.
red wine.
Yep.
So
Turn the heat up high on this bit.
Deglazing, apparently it's called.
So all that burnt residue at the bottom, deglaze. You can do it with stock, but usually you do it with like wine or beer, or depending on what you're making. And it lifts all the sediment back up into the sauce because you want all that nice caramelised flavour.
Yeah, it sounds posh.
You can tell I've worked in the posh restaurants.
So would you say anyone can cook this if they know what they're doing?
Yeah, it's not particularly hard.
So a beginner like me could cook this.
Yeah.
So for those people out there that wanted the marrow video, you get yourself a marrow from the shop and try it.
Okay. I'll put this back on a medium heat.
Back on medium heat, and in goes one
Chopped tomatoes.
tin of chopped tomatoes and a second tin of chopped tomatoes. I assume you could just use plum if there's no chopped tomatoes.
Oh yeah, you can just like
Yeah.
chop it up in the tin. Let that start cooking. I'll go pick some herbs.
So we're just getting some fresh herbs from the garden. You can just get some of this from the shop if you wish, or I'm assuming you can use dried herbs if you want.
You can, but they need to be careful how much you put in because they have a lot more concentrated in flavour.
So what's these ones we've got?
These are two different kinds of thyme. I can't remember the exact names.
Oh, so
for
this
them
is
now.
2 different times then.
Yeah. Which I'll put in a bit later on because otherwise they might overpower the sauce.
And this is basil.
Yeah.
Oh, got a whiff of that then.
Yeah, me too. There we go.
Oregano, okay. What's this plant here?
Mint.
Oh, mint.
That's not going in.
No mint.
Doesn't really work very well.
That would be good for lamb, that would.
What, mint sauce? You also do a mint rosemary herb crumb for your roast lamb.
How's it looking? Oh, look, it's simmer away. Just add in.
Chopped up that oregano I was just picking.
Oh yeah, so the oregano that he's just picked off, he's just added that in. And the others ones are still there.
Yeah, they're not going in yet.
They're not going in yet. Now said he's going to do something fancy, which is called a gastric.
Gastric.
A gastric.
That's how you make your cheap tin tomatoes taste a lot
So you just put some
sweeter.
balsamic vinegar, is that?
Balsamic vinegar, though you can just use white wine or red wine vinegar, and then an equalish quantity of sugar, so you get the acidity and the sugar sweetness. Just add a little bit of water to that because I'm worried it will burn. Always cook it down. One. It won't take very long, it's only a little amount, but you bring it to the boil and add it to your sauce.
So what's it supposed to do? Just...
Enhance the flavour of the tomatoes.
Oh, okay. I never knew that. Is it a specific balsamic vinegar you can use, or is it just...
Like I say, you can use red wine vinegar or white wine vinegar.
Okay.
Balsamic's probably the best for a tomato sauce. Don't use malt vinegar.
Don't use malt
Do
vinegar.
not use malt
Okay,
vinegar.
for those of you out there, do not use malt vinegar. You have been warned.
It will not be pleasant. Well, some people might like it. Most people won't.
So it's boiling, simmering, or whatever you want to call it.
It was boiling, then I moved it.
Ooh. Oh wait, don't you do this sometimes to...
For what?
I want to say steak sauce or something.
No,
Oh, is that something else?
that's probably
red
just the
wine
sauce reducing down.
Oh.
Goes in.
Add into the pot. Oh, it smells nice.
So that will just enhance the tomatoes flavour, the sweetness and the acidity from the vinegar and the sugar. if you have really good quality tomatoes, then you don't really need to do this, but...
Your expensive ones, but obviously we shop at Aldi, so...
So, you know.
Saving the money.
Let's prepare this beast.
Oh, he's preparing the marrow now. So this is what it looks like inside after Chris has cut the end off.
It's a bit of a beast. No,
It's massive.
from that way.
Oh, they've got seed things in it.
Yeah.
You might need quite a big knife for this, guys. Just be careful, of course.
Yeah, a normal kitchen knife should work,
Oh.
as long as it's sharp enough. Always watch your fingers.
As one of my work colleagues said, this is going to feed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Can you freeze these?
Don't know.
I might have to look it up.
I'd imagine it would go quite soggy,
Oh, maybe, yeah.
but there is going to be a fair bit taken out because there's all those seeds that you don't really want.
Still bubbling away on
Keep it on low heat.
shallow, low heat, yeah. If anyone wants to come for dinner, let me know. I take it you can't use the ends, it's like any other vegetable really, isn't it? I'm guessing.
Yeah, not really.
You just get a spoon, just get all the centre bits out. You do that to basically all the pieces that have got the seeds in.
Yeah, you want to try and keep some of the flesh, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you want the seeds, you can just not do this part, but I don't really want all the
Yeah,
seeds.
we don't want the seeds, so we'll take them out. They look like what do they look like? Don't really know. Like seeds I've seen before, very similar.
Seeds.
Sunflower seeds, that's the one.
There's still going to be some.
In goes the time. How often would you say stir?
Just keep an eye on it and make sure it's not catching. So if it's on low heat, you don't have to keep an eye on it as much, but on a high heat, you've got to constantly stir it.
Yeah, so just every now and again check it, just make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. That's all them, all the seeds out, pretty much.
Most of the seeds out. Don't want to completely get rid of the centre. Yes, cook these. Grill these off with a mystical.
So we're going to fry the marrow.
Just give it a sear so on both sides so it's a bit more cooked. And then we'll put it in the oven. Let's preheat the oven.
On gas mark,
About 180 degrees.
180.
It's at 160 actually. You can slow it a bit.
160.
Put the sauce up to a medium heat to try and reduce down the liquid a bit.
Okay, so
Water
sauce to
right now.
medium.
That's the key to flavour is reduction. Those of you who don't have asbestos fingers use tongs.
Yeah, use tongs if you're doing it.
We don't have any for you. Or you can turn yourself on.
So you want to hear the stir noise when you're putting these in.
It will also help some of the water come out. Like most vegetables usually high in water. Don't use your hands.
Yeah, don't use your hands for those of you who are new to cooking. Like me. Oh, look at that brown here. Oh, it looks so different now from that. Just the white to that.
Colour of the oil as well.
Yeah.
I'll probably turn this back over again in a minute just to get a bit more colour on them.
Flip them over again, and this one's looking like so far. You want them to completely
I'd like to get that kind of colour all round, ideally.
So you might have to, I'm guessing you just spatula maybe if it's a bit undazzling, but
You can kind of pressurise it to get a bit more colour.
Also guys, when you're making this kind of meal, make sure to taste. Yeah, that's a Gordon Ramsay reference if anyone's ever watched him.
Swear words.
Yeah, minus the swear words. But this is a family friendly channel, so there will be no swear words on here. If there is, I'll beep them out. So I'm going to transfer them over to a baking tray or some sort of tray, because then we'll stick them in the oven that's already preheated.
Yep. Is it?
That's all now ready, so we've turned it off now.
Just need to season it, which I'll do in a minute.
Yeah, let it bubble away while the pan is, the heat is off the pan.
Yeah, pan will be hot for a while.
Yeah, so it'll still cook, but just not cook fast, I guess. So apparently we're ready to finish off the sauce, so he's adding the
Basil leaves.
basil leaves.
Shredding them because they tend to oxidise if you chop them, unless you have a non-steel blade, which I do, but I've not got it out currently.
And some salt.
I don't want too much in because bacon's quite salty,
Yeah.
especially when it's reduced down like this.
So like I said previously guys, to make sure it's taste.
Nice tomato taste to it. Happy with that?
Okay.
Okay. Try and get it in the centre as much as we can. Some of them it's not going to be very easy. Some of them are probably going to fall straight through onto the tray.
Messy work guys.
You can make this vegetarian or even vegan if you don't put the bacon
Yeah.
in, but
Yeah, you can add the bacon and use whatever oil.
the olive oil was fine.
Oh, the olive oil's fine.
I'm pretty sure the vinegar.
There's nothing like, is there any gluten stuff in this? For those gluten-free people out there, hint hint,
I think there is actually.
to some of my subscribers.
No, I didn't put any stocks in. Vinegar, I'm pretty sure, doesn't contain gluten. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, I think this is actually gluten-free.
So gluten-free for you guys. What are we calling this dish? It's the marrow de tomato.
Baked marrow.
Alright. I went fancy, Chris just went baked marrow.
I've got no name already with it. Alfogne Marrow de Pomodoro.
Which stands for?
From the oven, baked marrow. Kind of translates either way in Italian to an extent.
Do you know
Loosely.
how to write that?
Nope.
For my thumbnail title?
Not a clue.
Right.
And just need to get the mozzarella.
Oh. Again, guys, if you're obviously vegetarian or vegan, you can get your own vegan cheese.
You can, there are some decent ones out there, huh?
Or you don't have to put on cheese on it at all, it's entirely up to you.
It's true. Oh, cheese.
I'm guessing you could probably use different cheeses if you don't like mozzarella, but...
Yeah, use cheddar if you wanted. I am going to grate a bit of parmesan on after this, just because I've got some left to use it.
So yeah, basically just utilise what you've got in your stock cupboard and you can make an easy meal. So now I've got the parmesan going on. Just a little sprinkle on top of each one, just to give it that extra cheese taste. And to finish it off. I might have to rate this dish, Chris.
No, as long as you rate it high.
Always, darling. Oh, smell that cheese.
You also get a nicer colour, so the mozzarella probably won't colour up as much as the parmesan will, but you'll get a nice cheesy pull from the mozzarella.
So just turn it up to 180 after the preheated 160.
Yeah, so one a little bit higher.
What do you reckon time wise?
You give it 20 minutes and have a look how it's doing.
20 minutes and then we'll do a check. 15 minutes, so we're just going to check what they look like.
Stand back first and let all the steam come out.
Sauna.
They look ready to me. At least that top shelf does at the very least.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's a fine specimen.
Say the bottom.
Do you know these are supposed to be soft or? I don't know.
You want it to be softish. I'd say that's a good texture actually. The knife goes in relatively easily, but there is some resistance.
Okay. Right, let's dig into this. We've just gone for 3 each and there's still loads left. We've just not got anything with this because I've had noodles earlier, so I'm not very hungry and Chris has had
all sorts of work. There's also quite a lot in this.
yeah, enough to feed a
Could feed a family with this, to be
family, definitely. The end result is I managed to eat like 1.5, I'd say, in total. We're hoping that they will freeze quite well, so the ones that we've got left and on the counter we'll try and freeze. I think we decided that I'd probably prefer it more as a garnish side sort of thing, whereas Chris can just eat it as it is.
it, but I think it would be nice as a garnish. For like a dinner party, I suppose you could do if you guys wanted to do it at home.
Yeah.
It's a bit faffy the way I've done it, but you don't have to do the searing off, you could just bake them for a bit.
And obviously if you want to get these skins off, you just go around the edges with your knife. And hopefully they'll come off easier than what they did for me. I struggled, but Chris grasped it, no problem. Of course. So that's the cooking and cleaning just about all done. I'm going to watch what we're going to
House of Dragons.
House of Dragons. Obviously last time I got it wrong. When I said it was House of Dragons, it was actually the Rings of Power or something. But yeah, if you guys want to us to cook a specific kind of meal or a bit of food, or like food you're not sure on how to cook, then let us know in the comment section below, and I'm sure we'll be able to cook something up for you. But for now, that's everything from That Family Adventures, and we'll see you all in the next vlog hopefully. Thank you and good night.